Hi, this is Thresden, and this is part 12 of an Elder Scrolls Online Seasons of the Wormcold walkthrough. In the previous episode, I believe we had just finished one of the story quests, and actually we didn't finish it. We just... Alright, so it says, a prisoner of the Wormcold, Vanus Galerion, managed to send a cryptic message to the Stirk Fellowship. I agreed to help Gabriel Benele establish contact with Vanus and find out what more he has learned about the Wormcold's plans. Vanus Galerion told us that the writhing wall is thinner at a place called Li-Xal Pass. Gabriel wants to take his staff there and re-establish contact. I should meet her at the pass, north of Sunport. Okay, so what we did is we went into Xi Lal Pass already, I thought. Maybe we didn't. No, I guess we didn't. Okay, I must have gotten here and then stopped. Li-Xal Pass, that treacherous goat track? Sure, it was the best way to get to the isolated village of Li-Xal Cove other than by boat, but it wasn't used all that often. And as long as that writhing wall is in the way, it probably won't be used again. Yeah.
It's all uphill from here. We're too close to the writhing wall for a portal. But I brought grapple bows just in case.
Yeah, we did not go in here the previous episode. Sorry, I'd forgotten. Gabrielle?
Not much of a pass, is it? If I'm not mistaken, this cave leads to a path through the mountains. More of a goat track, really. Be ready for some climbing. We'll probably have to do this the hard way. Grapple bows.
Grapple bows?
Never used one? They're fun. Since the writhing wall interferes with portal magic and we're going to get very close, I won't be able to use spells. So I brought the bows to help us climb. I hope we won't have to use them, but here you go.
How will you know when you can contact Vanus Galerion?
I hope Vanus will take care of that for us. If we reach a spot where the writhing wall is thin enough, he'll find us. All we have to do is keep going up, and deal with any worm cult patrols in our path.
Yeah, we were having trouble contacting him because he's on the other side of the writhing wall. So that's why we came here.
Clearly the worm cult is here, and having some trouble with the local wildlife. Let's ahead. See that post above the red flowers? It would be a good place to use a grapple bow.
I don't see the post. Okay, so there's the post. Another grapple point? Well, I just heard him grapple away, but I don't know where he went. Which grapple point did he use? Oh. What's this? Some bait. another grapple point. I only see this one. Wait, is it? Oh, there it is. Gabrielle, get out of the way! What the hell? Oh, that vampire.
Sickens me. I cannot stand this flowers.
That vampire player ate the enemy, drank his blood. I've never played a vampire character, unfortunately.
This looks like a promising spot. Be ready.
Yeah, wow, he's got the look down too. Look at this guy.
We must speak swiftly. I have little time. Gabrielle, help maintain our connection.
Alright. Found
Good.
him.
I hoped you or Gabrielle had my stuff, but I couldn't tell if you got my...
What did she say? I couldn't hear her. Speak with Vanus, okay.
Good. I hoped you or Gabrielle had my stuff, but I couldn't tell if you got my previous messages. I haven't quite escaped yet, but we must be swift. The permanence of the wall fluctuates, and I can be cut off at any moment. Where are you now?
We're in Solstice, on the west side of the Writhing Wall. Where are you being held?
I'm in Solstice as well, on the other side of the Writhing Wall from you. The Worm Cult brought me here from Cold Harbor, and they brought Cold Harbor here as well. Wormblood is attempting a new plane meld, in reverse.
In reverse? What do you mean?
Like Molag Ball's Dark Anchors, but in reverse. Instead of dragging our world into Cold Harbor, he's bringing Cold Harbor into Nuremberg. The eastern side of Solstice is already changing.
How can we get to you?
You can't. Not while the wall still stands. I have some help in here, but my ally convinced me it's impossible for now. The Writhing Wall is an insuperable barrier. Thin spots such as Li-Xal notwithstanding. I need you to...
Vanus?
Father, I see what Vanus meant by permanence. The thickness of the wall fluctuates. We need to find another weak point.
Okay, let's do it. So... It looks like the weak point is this way.
Daedra. I saw an oak trip over its own feet earlier. Cluck.
More cliffs. Look for grappling points to traverse these ruins.
Okay, that's the wrong way. I need to grapple up here somehow. Okay, so it's over here somewhere.
Vanus is right about Cold Harbor. I can see elements of that foul place all around us. Here. The wall is thin here.
I'm here. Quickly, there is more I must tell you. Curse the luck. I sense that the writhing wall fluctuates at random, but I assumed we'd have more time. Thin points appear and disappear without warning. How far has the Wormcold's reverse plane melt progressed on your side of the wall?
We noticed elements of Cold Harbor near the wall, and there are Daedra, but nothing beyond that.
Daedra? That's worrisome, but not unexpected. If you aren't surrounded by lakes of azure plasm or looking up at floating islets of rock, then things haven't gone too far yet. We still have a little time to stop the Wormcold.
Why is the Wormcold creating a reverse plane meld?
I'm not sure yet, but an army of necromancers and Daedra is massing in Eastern Solstice. Clever of Warmblood, really. If he gathered his forces anywhere in Gabriel, we would have noticed. But a cursed island in the writhing wall blinded us.
Is there a way to get through the writhing wall?
Unlikely. Wormblood controls a terrible source of power on my side. Something that consumes souls. The Wormcold soul reapers feed this thing. In turn, it empowers the writhing wall. Great effort. But to what?
Wait, what else do we need to know?
Cut off again! We must find another place where we can speak with Vanus.
Alright, well, we're almost to the end.
I will not lose Vanus a third time. Let's keep going up. There must be another thin spot in the wall he can exploit.
Where? Oh, we keep going up, she said. Okay. So there's some loot there, and then there must be another way up.
These mortals vex me.
Okay. Aha, here we go. Alright, we made it. Wait, we're back into Solstice now?
Look! Up the steps! Another weak point!
Go ahead, Gabrielle.
Hurry, friend. My captors have finally figured out I'm up to something in here. Listen closely. Wormblood seeks a relic called the Gift of Death. My source tells me it's hidden in a place called Voska's Shrine. He must not acquire it.
We've heard mention of the Gift of Death. Tell me about Voska Shrine.
It's part of a Tibahatse court, sacred to Sithis. My ally here tells me it's in the hills southwest of Sunport. The Solstice Argonians used to play a ritual game there. A bloody one. As for why Wormblood wants the Gift of Death, I'm not sure.
The Wormcold has Manamarco's corpse. We think the Gift of Death is connected.
The Wormcold brought Manamarco here. Now that explains much. Wormblood must believe this Gift of Death can resurrect his old master. It's up to you then. Stop Wormblood from obtaining the relic. If he... Damn it. Here come my captors.
What is it? Vanus!
I lost Vanus. We were lucky to learn as much as we did. but we know what we must do. Let's talk, friend. I hope Vanus is all right. I don't like the way that last conversation ended.
Me either.
For that matter, I don't like what he told us. The worm cult gathering strength behind the writhing wall, and a new plane meld? That's terrible.
Is Wormblood so powerful he can start a plane meld?
I don't think so. Vanus mentioned a source of power. Still, we had to invade Cold Harbor to stop the plane meld before. Good people lost. Dead. I've missed Dear Darien ever since. Now Wormblood is bringing it back? And Manamarco too?
Wormblood still needs the gift of death for something, though.
You're right, of course. We don't know if Wormblood is close to his goal. So you'd better head to the Tibahatse Shrine. Find the gift of death before he gets there. Or at least delay him. I'll return to Sunport and warn the Fellowship.
Very well, I'll find the shrine.
Good luck at Voska Shrine. I'll make sure Princess Ah sends help just in case you run into Wormblood too. It hardly seems fair. So many gave so much to stop the worm cult last time. Like Darien. Now they're back. So what did Darien die for?
Yeah, he died in the main story of the game, the original story. So we have three options here. We can say, that's the second time you've mentioned Darien. How did he die? Or we can give a positive response. There's no shame in missing your friend. May his memory give you strength. Or then the third one, the more negative response, your friend Darien is dead. He can't help, so get over it. Wow. I don't know what is correct role-playing for my character. I'm actually going to say that's the second time you mentioned Darien. How did he die? I don't remember how he died, so let's hear it.
It's strange. I don't know if Darien actually died at all. He was with us all through that grim and terrible campaign in Cold Harbor. But by the time it was done, he was simply gone.
That's right. Gone?
No one saw Darien fall. He joined us for the fight at the planar vortex, where we stopped Molag Bal's plane meld. But he never returned. Still, I have reason to believe Meridia intervened. Saved him so he could serve her later.
Yeah, I vaguely remember that. That is a really great storyline. I would highly recommend playing the main story and going through Cold Harbor. It's an awesome zone. So we need to find the Voska Shrine. Well, we're definitely not going to jump. Wait, there's a grapple point? There's several grapple points. Okay. Should I jump from here? I think maybe I'm going to jump from here. There we go. Why is it saying my target is out of range? Where is Voska Shrine? Over here? No, that's the Roughest Pearl quest. Okay, over here. Do we have a... No, we don't have a way shrine nearby. Let's just do this. The ruins of an Argonian Tiba Hatse ball court, sacred to Sithis. Games here were bloody indeed.
Five Claw, over here!
Razumdar?
Raz poked around several old Argonian ruins before returning to Sunport empty-handed. He never thought to visit an ancient ball court until Gabrielle showed up and sent him here. With great urgency, one might add. Imagine his surprise.
Have you noticed anything unusual since you got here?
If you consider High Necromancer Wormblood to be unusual, then yes.
Okay.
He arrived just before you, and he brought friends. They entered the old ball court just ahead. Raz wondered if they came to play a game, but no one invited him to join in.
Okay, so there's, if your character's gay, you can flirt with Razumdar here, but I'm just gonna say, we'll just have to invite ourselves then.
But it would be so rude to show up without an invitation, Five Claw. Think of all the worm cultists we would have to apologize to, with our blades. What exactly is Wormblood looking for again?
A relic called the Gift of Death. Vanus Galerion told us it's hidden here.
If Wormblood is here, Vanus must have a knowledgeable source indeed. This one heard Wormblood tell his minions to seek the ball court's ritual altar to the north. Time for Five Claw and the Queen's Eye to save the day, yes?
Yes. Alright, we gotta reach the ritual altar. We're gonna have to fight our way through here.
Look at the seating. The carving. Raz had no idea Tiba Hatse was so important.
Got hit by that thing, slowed me down.
This tropical air sickens me. I cannot stand the smell of flowers.
Aha! Look, Five Claw. Wormblood is here.
Fellowship
This is our chance.
To me, faithful of the Black Worm, destroy these interlopers. Kill them already. Even failures can serve me in death. I have a better use. Enough.
This one senses danger. Quick, Five Claw.
God.
Hide behind the pillar.
I'm gonna die. Oh, I'm glad that didn't kill me.
More fellowship, fools.
Wait, did he just heal himself completely?
To me, faithful of the Black Worm, destroy these interlopers.
He reset.
Kill them already.
Even failures can serve me in death. I have a better use. Enough.
This one senses danger. Quick, 5-4. Hide behind the pillar.
Alright, I did it correctly that time.
You are a more worthy opponent than I expected.
What is going on? Just some skeletons, okay.
I reclaim my power from these flimsy vessels. I will consume your soul.
Take cover, 5-4. Another death burst. You begin to bore us.
Why
deserve.
Quiet, you mangy cat. Fools! Death cannot stop me.
At last. Take the relic, 5-Claw, and let us be on our way. Raz does not like the feel of this place.
Gift of Death, a reliquary composed of a pale crystal suspended in an iron frame.
Dark moods. He's coming back to life. It is foolish to fight a foe who cannot die. Destroy the
Seriously?
columns. Bring down the shrine. Raz will pin Wormblood to the floor. Go, 5-Claw! Get the Gift of Death back to Sunport. Raz will be fine.
Wait, I went the wrong way. How do I get down? Guess like this? Go back to the palace, I guess.
Gabrielle recounted what you learned from Vanus Galerion. Dire tidings indeed. Was he right about the sacred Tiba Hatse court? Was Wormblood there? Did you find the Gift of Death?
It was the right place. We've got the Gift of Death.
Excellent news, I think. We still don't know exactly why the Worm Cult needs the Gift of Death to restore Mannimarco, if that is indeed their intention, but at least the Worm Cult doesn't have it. What happened with Wormblood?
We killed Wormblood, but he brought himself back to life.
Immediate resurrection? What kind of power is he able to call upon? Only legendary necromancers or a few fated heroes can do that. If Wormblood can't die, how did you and Razumdar defeat him?
Raz helped me trap Wormblood under rubble. I got out with the Gift of Death.
You did well to keep the Gift of Death from Wormblood. Better yet, you found a way to speak with Vanus Galerion. Knowledge is a mighty weapon in this war of secrets. Now we know what awaits us behind the writhing wall.
All right, we got the Sturk
I thank you, comrade.
We got the Sturk Fellowship Greatsword. This is part of the Death Dancer set, which is the main DPS set, so we've got the Greatsword for that. That would be good for like a stamina character, stamina DPS that uses two-handed weapons. And then we got this major adornment, the Solstice Bismuth Tiara. Delvers of underground spaces often bring back smaller pieces of this material for use in crafting flower-laden tiaras. Merchants now proclaim their intentions to bring these baubles to the mainland as beautiful curiosities.
Raz is here.
The Fellowship faces difficult decisions.
To send this one
Let us
to the
talk,
sands
comrade.
behind the stars.
Okay, so let's see about this tiara thing. I don't think this is going to look good on a male character, but yeah. It would be great on a companion, like a female companion, or if you play a female character. Alright, let's take the next quest.
While you were searching Vosga Shrine, Gabrielle told me of your communication with Vanus Galerion. Soul Reapers feeding the writhing wall? A new plane meld? The situation on Solstice is worse than I thought. But I might have an idea.
An idea?
Thanks to you, we now have something Wormblood wants, the Gift of Death. As long as we hold it, his plans remain unfulfilled. Returning Manamarco to life, expanding the writhing wall, whatever he needs it for. That gives us a degree of influence.
Influence in what way?
Wormblood needs the gift, and we have it. We can use that to lead him to a spot of our choosing. This provides us one advantage. An advantage I believe we must seize with all due haste. Will you help me turn the Gift of Death against the Worm Cult?
I'll help you figure out how to use the Gift of Death against the Worm Cult.
We have the relic Wormblood seeks. What do we do with it?
He has Manamarco's body. We cannot allow Wormblood to bring him back.
We have something else, too. Raz snatched this key from Wormblood during our struggle.
A key. Let me see that. Aha! Why am I not surprised Raz went through Wormblood's pockets? I recognize the crest on this key. I noticed it on a crypt by a ruined estate. Coralania Manor, if I'm not mistaken. I passed by the place when I first arrived on Solstice.
Did you notice anything unusual about it?
Not at the time. It's a rather impressive mausoleum of ancient high elf architecture, centuries old. I imagine some of Regent Corinway's ancestors are laid to rest there. I think you'd better look into it.
Alright, so I've got three options. I can say, what do you think Wormblood was doing there? Or I can give a positive response. Alright, but they keep dead things in crypts, don't they? Or the more like angry response or tough response. If I find Wormblood, I'll cut him to pieces and bury him alive. No escape this time. Alright, I'm gonna do the red one, this one right here this time.
I hope it doesn't come to that. Here, take the key and scout out Coralania Crypt. It might be Wormblood's lair or it might not, but I still want to know what he was doing there. I'll see what I can learn about the Gift of Death.
Alright, but I still want to deal with Wormblood.
Coralania Crypt lies south of Sunport. Take someone along to help you. Scordo should do. And be careful, friend. The ancient Coralanias were necromancers too. The worm cult might not be the only danger in that tomb.
What could Wormblood want from the ancient dead of House Coralania?
Necromancers are always interested in the dead, friend. But Wormblood's orders to Farinor mentioned that he was looking for the Gift of Death's location. My guess is that he went to Coralania Crypt in search of information.
Wormblood might already be done with the crypt then.
Possibly, but the place could still be dangerous. You might run into spirits disturbed by worm cult activity. Some necromancers take care not to anger the dead with their rituals. Not the worm cult.
I'll meet you at the crypt, pal. We'll find whatever it is we're supposed to find there.
Alright, so we need to go... Wait.
The alliances and guilds working together.
We need to go... I'm confused. Why does it not show... It doesn't show this as a main story quest anymore. Why not? Alright, let's go to Coralania Crypt. I don't know why it doesn't show it as a main story quest. It doesn't have that icon on it. I think that's the new spider mount that guy was on. I don't have mine yet. I'm jealous. Yeah, I guess this is the easiest way to get there. I was trying to see if I needed to take a way shrine, but it looks like... Well, I could have gone here, maybe. This is still pretty fast.
Hey, pal. I haven't gone in yet, but it looks like someone's been here. I hate crypts. Why is it I always have to go into one for some Tuscan reason or another? Smashing skulls, screaming back at wraiths. Can't stand it. The dead ought to stay dead.
You said someone's been here. Did you find something?
Some faint boot prints on the steps of the mausoleum. Scuff marks, too. That door's been opened recently. Of course, I guess we knew that already since Wormblood had the key in his pocket.
Think the worm cult's still in there?
Your guess is as good as mine. But even if they aren't, they might have riled up the dead in this place. When you've been in as many crypts and tombs as I have, you get a feel for that sort of thing. Well, no point putting it off.
Yep, I agree. Let's do it.
Come on. Let's get this over with.
Coralania Manor, an abandoned and legendarily haunted manor built by Clan Coralania necromancers of the late First Era. We've been in here before, I think. Yeah, we've been in here before. What did he say?
I hate crypts. Why is it I always have to go into one for some Tuscan reason or another? Smashing skulls, screaming back at wraiths. Can't stand it. The dead ought to stay dead.
Alright. I sort of agree with you. go this way. Alright. Search instructions. Have we read this before? Yeah, we've already read that.
Elves sure build fancy tombs.
You expected elves to build simple tombs? Really? I mean, you're surprised? Designed for a wheelbarrow? Oh, I forgot to add that greatsword to my, sticker book. Alright, I think that's it. Okay, we're supposed to search it? Search the Corlonia script? Uh-oh, maybe I should have read that thing. Maybe that was new. Yeah. Maybe it's above us. It's above us. Okay, so I've got to go around. Here we go.
Downstairs, pal. Think we found something. And it don't look good.
Yeah.
Be gone! I have nothing more to say to you, necromancer.
Someone in that tomb's been talking to Wormblood. Disable that barrier and we might learn something. Careful there. They weren't fooling around.
I am here, curse you! What else do you... Wait. You are not Wormblood. Who are you?
Bet this old spirit can tell us what Wormblood wanted with him.
Is this some new ruse? A trick to win my confidence after Wormblood drew my soul from the afterlife and compelled me to speak? I will tell you no more than I told your master. Unless... wait. You are no follower of the Black Worm.
I'm trying to stop Wormblood. You said he compelled you to speak?
Yes. He bound me with this crystal and tormented me, questioning me about the location of a relic from ancient times. Glorious times. The gift of death. Stolen long ago, yet I found it. Alas, Wormblood wrested the secret from me.
Okay, I can give a neutral response. I found the gift of death before Wormblood did. Why is it important to him? Or a positive one. Don't worry, the gift is safe. Wormblood won't get his hands on it, but what does it do? Or like a fierce one, you just gave up the gift of death? You're a brave spirit, aren't you? Just tell me what it does. I'm gonna do this one.
Wormblood's crystal pins me to this place. I cannot bear it. Listen, the gift of death can recall to life any departed soul, at the cost of a willing sacrifice. A life for a life. But it is also a key to great power.
A key to great power? What does that mean?
There is a secret place in Eastern Solstice. Wormblood found it and draws upon its power. That is why his necromancy is so strong. Yet with the gift of death, he could unlock its full might. I will say no more. Now, release me!
Okay, so I can try to convince him? I'm not sure you deserve it, but fine. How do I release you? Hoping that he'll give me the rest of the information, or I can use my intimidate skill and say, tell me everything or I'll leave you here. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna intimidate him.
No, do not leave! Long ago, Molag Bal's servants built a mighty temple to harvest souls departing the mortal plane. The forces of light defeated Mornaru and sealed its heart, but the gift could wake it. Release me, please!
I'll think about it. How do I release you?
Wormblood left a focus in this chamber. The ghost weld crystal before you. It pins me in this plane, and allowed him to project himself here when he wished to question me. Take it with you when you go, and I will be free.
What is the gift of death? Where did it come from?
The gift is ancient beyond reckoning. When my ancestors ruled in Hammerfell, their explorers found it hidden in Solstice's Daedric ruins. It became an heirloom of House Corellania. A mighty relic that could bestow a life for a life.
Someone has to die for another to live.
Someone willing. My ancestors found that threats or compulsion did not work. Yet there was a cost. The soul sacrificed with the gift was simply gone. Trapped in the relic, banished to some gray void, or destroyed entirely. No one could say.
How did the gift of death come to be in Volska Shrine?
When my people turned on their kinlord, they hid the gift. They could not trust themselves to leave it buried, so they asked the Argonian death dancers to hide it. I only learned where after decades of searching. I died before I could retrieve it.
Who were you in life?
My time was long ago. I was cousin to both the last kinlord of House Corellania and the upstart who deposed him. Kinlord Istamil revived the ways of our ancestors in Hammerfell to maintain power. But Vinu Tilmo feared our own heritage.
Ways of your ancestors? What do you mean?
Our people had all but forgotten our gift for necromancy. Istamil reforged the ancient pacts with our Daedric patrons and revived the practice. Yet some of our own kin resisted the Kinlord's commands. All Solstice was divided.
What part did you play in that?
I served as advisor to the Kinlord, but Vinu Tilmo was victorious. After Istamil's fall, our people turned from the old ways. I was forced into hiding, and spent the rest of my days seeking a way to reverse our loss. Such as the gift of death.
Aren't you stuck here like the ghosts in the manor?
You are familiar with High Necromancer Valandir's handiwork?
I am.
A potent curse indeed. However, this crypt lies just outside its boundaries. Spirits in this place are free to depart. Except for the worm cult's recent tampering.
What's your relationship to High Necromancer Valandir?
Valandir was a distant forebear of mine. Corellania Manor was abandoned centuries before my time. But in my day, Some who respected the old ways of our house were secretly laid to rest here. It was an honor to be interred in this crypt.
Okay, let's get the crystal. Ghost Weld Crystal, a dull crystal. Wormblood used it to project his image to Coralania Crypt.
Peace once again.
Gabrielle's going to want to see that crystal. She's probably holed up in the Regent's study with the gift of death.
Alright, let's go ahead and just teleport there. Wait, can we just teleport there? Yeah, I'm sure we can. He said she's holed up in the study. We need to find the study inside the palace. Regent's study.
There you are. Scordo told me a little about the crypt. Let's compare notes. I examined the gift of death, and I must say I've never seen anything quite like it. It's Daedric in origin, that much is clear. Now, what exactly did you learn in the crypt?
The gift of death can recall any departed soul to life, but it requires a willing sacrifice.
I suspected something like that. No Daedric gift comes without a price. Given the Worm Cult's efforts to bring Manimarco's remains here to Solstice, I think we know whom they intend to bring back.
Exactly.
What else did you learn?
Wormblood draws his power from a cursed place in Eastern Solstice.
That explains much. Why the Worm Cult came to Solstice, where the Reapers send stolen souls, how they raised the Writhing Wall, sever that connection, and we can defeat Wormblood. The blessed bell we found at Meridia's temple could do it.
The temple bell can sever Wormblood from his source of power? How?
By sending him to the Colored Rooms. Wormblood would be vulnerable in Meridia's realm. Prince Azaz suggested using the Gift of Death as bait. Now I know where we need Wormblood to be. The old temple courtyard. But how do we reach him?
Wormblood used this Ghost Weld crystal to communicate with a Coralania spirit.
Perfect. I can reverse the connection to summon his projection. Place the crystal over there. We need a plausible bargain. Offer Wormblood the Gift of Death for Vanus Galerion. Insist on meeting in the temple courtyard for the exchange.
Very well.
I hoped the gift might serve as bait. I just wasn't sure what kind of trap we needed. Go on, comrade.
Place your crystal there, and let's
The
see if we can
Worm
reach
Cult.
Wormblood.
If y'all will get out of the way, I will.
You again. This is an unwelcome surprise.
Dug your way out? Pity. This one hoped you were still squashed under a building.
Charming. What can I do for the so-called Stirk Fellowship? I left that projection crystal in a Coralania crypt. A mistake, perhaps. No doubt Arthuril told you about our conversations. And the gift of death. So why have you summoned me?
You want the gift of death? We want to make a deal.
I see little point in bargaining. You know my power. It is only a matter of time before I take the gift of death. But I'll play along. What do you expect me to offer in trade?
Alright, I got three choices. I can do the neutral one, the safe return of Vanus Galerion, alive and unharmed. I can do the positive one, which for some reason is purple this time. We'll take Vanus Galerion off your hands. He must be getting on your nerves by now. Or the red angry one. Return Vanus Galerion alive and unharmed, or we destroy the gift of death. Goodbye. Oh, or I could just click goodbye, but I can't progress if I click goodbye. So here we go. Return Vanus Galerion alive and unharmed, or we destroy the gift of death.
Ignorant simpleton. I doubt that you could. Yet the attempt might inconvenience me. Very well. Bring the gift of death to the writhing wall. My servants will bring you across. I will be waiting for you with Vanus Galerion.
I don't trust you. Meet us in the courtyard of Broken Light Temple.
I have no reason to trust you either. Clearly you have some trickery in mind. It will not avail you. Bring the gift to the old temple then, and know that if you deal falsely with me, my forces will slaughter everyone in Sunport.
Okay, I can either, he's trying to scare me, I can either lie and say, I don't need any tricks. When I come for you, you'll know it. Or I can say, just bring Vanus Galerion, or else. Well, I'm gonna do the first one. I'm gonna... This sounds more convincing.
It is arranged. Do not keep me waiting.
We won't. Well done, friend.
Alright, and I'm actually going to end the video right here. It's run a little bit over time, so I'm just going to finish the story, the main story, at the beginning of the next episode. Thanks for watching. See you next time.